Hey, Will, how are you? Happy New Year.
I'm good. How are you doing today? And
Good.
everybody else that's joining us here.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit how your week's gone.
It's gone pretty good. It's been pretty wet here. We're in the 50s and 60s in January in upstate New York, which is kind of crazy. But I've been riding them. I've got them to, pretty much the same stuff we've been doing.
Yep.
Get them to a decent walk and trot. I'm still trying to get them to propel a little bit more. Just been working on the same stuff pretty much.
All the above. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with lunging then today.
Okay. I did add more holes in his side reins too. So
Oh, good. Yeah, I want to start a little shorter. Yeah.
we're also working on some groundwork with him, getting him to
Okay.
step over sideways and stuff.
All right.
So that's been helpful. Good wintertime stuff to do.
Yeah. Like how this walk is starting off. That's really good. Keep working that. Like I was letting you work his walk here this morning and not feeling like he needs to take off into the trot. That's really good.
Oh, you heard you.
I heard me. That's right. Go ahead. Nice there. I like how I was noticing right away how quickly his belly just came up there. And even though his head is moving up and down a little bit, he's moving connected between his front and back end already. That's really very good. Nicely engaged. Very good. Very nice. Just like that. Excellent. Very nice. And once again, for those of you watching, notice how his head is going up and down occasionally, but it hasn't changed how he's moving from front to back. And that tells us that he's starting to move more consistently over his back and through his back. Exactly what we're looking for. You notice he's actually even starting to show a little bit of lift here, that the withers there, he's starting to show a little bit of lift. So the front legs look lighter when they touch the ground. They seem to barely touch and they're lifting up again. Well, that only happens when the horse starts to thrust up into its back and actually lift itself off the ground, which is what we're looking to have happen. Very nice. Go ahead and let him walk. And go ahead and halt and take your reins about 5 holes shorter on either side. It's really good. So now this sort's at a place where, once again, it didn't matter whether he was up or down. He stayed consistently moving through from behind. So now we're going to try to, we're going to get him to just settle a little bit more in the front. That is, take the reins a little bit shorter and get him to take a little more consistent contact. I don't mean more contact. I mean more consistent in the frame. But it's always a mistake to try to have that happen. Very often people, when they're working horses, they try to make the frame look consistent before the horse is actually moving through its back. And then what happens is the horse just ends up with its neck cranked over and moving without any real impulsion. But once they start to swing through consistently, like we see this happening, we can begin to then ask the frame to be more consistent in how he holds it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I came out here this afternoon. All the mirrors were all steamed up.
Oh, wow. Because it's so warm.
Yeah. Ooh, Mr. Who.
Must have a bunch of new holes there.
I did, and I actually made them a little bit bigger, but they seem to be.
Yeah, exactly. I've run into that
They
before.
seem to be fighting me right now for some reason. I don't know why. I punched it, they all worked. Ridiculous.
If you can't get them, we can wrap them the way we did last time. But looks like you got
I
them.
got the one side. This side's almost got it too. Got it to go through.
Got it? Mhm.
All right.
All right, got it.
Let's try this again, buddy. Oh, okay. Ooh.
And once again, trying to establish that walk if we can get it, which we're doing pretty good at here today. Good. Keep that working. Love to see him just soften into that walk. Keep trying to make it a little more active without pushing it too much, but liking this today. Keep that going like that. He's starting to soften a little bit. Keep that going in the walk if we can. Very nice. Keep it going. If you can make it just a little bit more active in that walk without. There we go. Good. Better. Keep working that. Keep trying to get a little bit bigger. See if you can move his hindquarters out just a little bit. It goes into a trot, no big deal. But if we could get him to work this way in the walk, would be really good. Good. It's getting better. Keep trying to work that up. Keep trying to just give him a little tap, move the hindquarters out a little bit. See if we can just give over his top line a little bit more. It's like, go ahead and trot. No big deal. Very nice. Good there. Keep trying to just push his hindquarters out a little bit away from you. So he gets a little more shoulder fore. Like that, good. Like that. Good, that's getting better. Keep working that. Once again, I like how nicely he's lifting up. Good there, really good. Like that. Good. Really good. Now let him walk again.
And walk.
Good.
Okay.
Good. Look how he wanted to stretch into that right away. Go ahead and halt and change directions. Very good. Once again, trying to move him out in the walk there if you can. If he goes into a trot, it's not a big deal. We'll come back to the walk in a minute. And go ahead and put him up into a trot.
And trot.
Good. Good. Keep that going. Yeah. Really good there. Keep that. And notice how nicely up his belly is right now. Really drawn up very nicely. Keep that. Try to get just a little bit bigger trot, so you can maybe just give you a little more than what he's wanting to give you there. Right there, that's better. Good. Right there, good. Keep that. Good job. Right there. Very good. Right there. Keep that. Very good there. Now he's really starting to swing and push. Lift himself up. Nice. And now let him walk again.
And walk. And walk.
Very good.
Walk on.
Very good. Yeah, good job. Now go ahead and let him halt. And I want to take the side range shorter again. Now we can do it this time if there's not a lot of holes there and you're having trouble. Just wrap it through the way I showed you last week. Put it through the donut once to shorten them. Wrap it from the outside to the inside. If that makes any sense. In other words, bend it towards you and then through the hole, through the donut.
Bring it back, probably further back here with this.
Either way, however you can do it. If you can take it up another 5, that would be good, too. Or if there's a way you can change it to shorten it. Just want to take the slack out.
We already burned those up.
Yep. Okay. Then just wrap it through the donut once. That's fine.
Yeah, this would give us, I think, what you're looking for here.
Okay. Just want to get the slack out. That's what I'm looking for. I'll be right back while you're doing that. Okay. Okay, onwards again. Good. Let him canter a little bit if he wants to. Good.
And trot.
Very nicely done, just like that. A little bit. There we go. Good. Tap there. Yeah, keep it going through. I like that. Good. Very good. Very good now. Good. Good. This is getting better. Really good. Good. Really good. Right there. Keep that. Really good. Keep that. Good. Now let him walk again.
And walk. Walk on.
Very nice. Keep that now. Much better. Now go ahead and halt and go the other way, keeping the side reins just the way you have them there.
And hold.
That last little bit was probably the best trot we've seen on him yet.
Yep. Starting to rain here pretty hard.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. A mid-January spring rainstorm.
Nice. I keep trying to push that trot, that walk away from you a little bit. If he trots, no big deal. Go ahead and let him trot. We'll come back and work on the walk in a minute. Yeah. Good. Keep that. And let him canter a little bit if he wants to. And again, trot.
And trot.
Good.
And trot.
Trying to yield his hind every time when he looks to the outside like that. You did just yield his hindquarters. Keep that going actively. Now I want you to try to just keep his pole up a little bit, but I want you to yield his hindquarters more away from you. So just working with your rein a little bit to give him a little upwards tug while you push his hindquarters further away from you. He still wants to bring his hindquarters too far to the inside. There you go, like that. Keep trying to yield those hindquarters to the outside. So we get him a little more in a shoulder four position. Good. Now ask him with your rein to actually bring his pole up so he's not staying so deep, like that, like that. Good. Keep it up there now for a minute. Keep real yielding the hindquarters a little bit away from you while you keep his pole up a little bit now, like that. Try to get the hindquarters a little further away from you again. Bring his pole back up again and yield the hindquarters. A little tug of your rein there, a little pull on that line there, just an upwards tug a little bit that gives him a little indication you want him to come up out of that, but push the hindquarters further away. Like that. Good. I like that. I like that. Keep that. Keep trying to yield the hindquarters a little bit more. I still like to see them move to the outside a little more. So see if you can run your lash out and give him just a little tap like that. And coming his head up, that's okay. You got, yeah, it tells you that you got him that time. Again, same thing, a little tug to bring his pole up a little bit. I want him to come up out of the stretch a little bit. So give him there you go, like that, and yield the hindquarters. Like that. Again, same thing again. Again, bring him up. A little more active touch with your whip to get him away from him. He shouldn't be coming in so close. So that tells me you need to tap him a little harder if he's coming in and not listening and moving out away from you. So don't be afraid to give him a little harder tap. He kicks out at you, no big deal. You hit him again. And then they're going to do that once in a while. There, a little more like that. Yeah, keep his pole up now. Keep his pull up, like that. Good. And yield the hindquarters. Keep his pull up. That's what I want, like that. Keep his pull up. Pull back up, yield the hindquarters. There. Now let him walk. Much better there. Now go ahead and halt and change directions again. Good. Once again, give him a little tap with the whip. Be sure that you stay away from him in case he kicks out, that you're nowhere near those hindquarters. Good. Now run your little lash out and give him a little tap. Make him move him around there a little bit. One way is always going to be a little bit easier than the other. And once again, now I want you more to keep his pull up, so he wants to stretch into it, but move his hindquarters to the outside. There you go, like that. Keep his pull up and move the hindquarters. Don't be afraid to tap him with that whip. Just be sure you're out of range. Good, much better. Like that, really good. Keep working that, like that. There, when he starts to want to go into the stretch, good. Bring it back up about midway, right there. That's good, really good. Good, pull up again. So you notice that when he forces himself into the stretch, he pushes his hindquarters in towards you. That's what he's doing. So I want you to keep the pull up and push the hindquarters out away from you, so he has to engage more. There. Like that, like that. Good now. Keep that. Again, don't let him go into the stretch. Like that. Good. Go up to now. We've just been encouraging everything has been about the stretch, but now we're starting to bring him up. He's got enough strength to be able to begin to stabilize. Same thing when he looks to the outside, yield those hindquarters. It's all part of the same thing. He doesn't want to engage his back end, so he looks to the outside and tries to push his hindquarters at you, which is also a defensive move on their part. They're always trying to put their hindquarters at you to warn you. In other words, don't try to make me do anything or I'll kick you. Well, they have to get over that. Nice there, like that, keeping that up. Good, keep that, like that. Pushing those hindquarters away from you a little bit more while you keep your pull up a little bit more than what it is now. Bring the pull up again, yield the hindquarters. There, like that, good. Push the hindquarters a little bit more. Keep his pull up and yield the hindquarters a little more. Good, good, good. Now let him walk again. Now I want to move the side reins up to the upper position now.
Same holes or?
Yeah, probably just about where it is now. Are those the same side reins? Use the same ones for both things? Yeah. Yeah. Just go ahead and move them up there and we'll see where they're at. But that's good. So you get the idea. That was the best you've done with that. Keeping him up and yet making him move those hindquarters. Because sometimes he uses the stretch a little against you. He stretches and then pushes his hindquarters in towards you. So at this point, it's starting to keep the pull up a little bit. So once we see that the horse like this one is starting to move consistently over its back, well, now the stretch is not so important as it was in the beginning when we're just establishing those muscles. So now we can begin to get them to come up a bit and see how far we can bring them and maintain that connection. I certainly like looking and just standing here looking at the side, how nicely up he is through his abdominal wall. Everything is really developing nicely on this horse. Once again, don't be afraid. Just stand back and give him a little tap with the whip. Get a little further away so you can run your lash out. If he trots, no big deal. Go ahead and let him trot. We'll come back to walk in a minute. Don't worry about that. And same thing here again, just yielding his hindquarters to the outside. Very nice. And just feeling your line a little bit, getting a look in the direction he's going. Good. And then again, back to the trot. Good, that's more like it. Same thing we were doing before, just trying to yield the hindquarters a little bit. Getting that trot. Good, like that, good. That's what I'm looking for him to do. Begin to find this like that. That's what we want him to do. Keep working that. He gets back into it again. Every time his head comes up, send those hindquarters away from you. Nice, like this, good. Keep that going. Now a little more power in it. Keep it going. Keep yielding the hindquarters a little bit. There you go, getting better. There we go. Now we're coming around. Good, good, good. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going like this. Really good now. Keep it going. And then again, every time he comes up, try to push the hindquarters away from you. Keep it going. There, good. That's coming around now. Good, 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 good. Keep that like that. Keep it going. Same thing again. Every time he comes up, be yielding the hindquarters. Good, good, good. There we go. Like this. This is what I'm looking for right here. Good. Really good. That's good connection now. Really good. Keep that. Good. Starting to get some compression across his back. Same thing again. Every time. Yield the hindquarters. Every time he's coming up, it's the hindquarters that have to go away. Nice. Nice. Like that. Really good. Really good now. It's coming really nicely. Keep that. All right. Good. Let him canter a little bit. Wants to. Good. And now back to a trot again. Same thing. Good. That's more like it. Keep trying to yield the hindquarters. Every time he comes up, hindquarters have to go away to the outside. There. And notice how as soon as it does, he starts to come into the frame like that. Really good. Keep that. Really good. Really good now. Keep that. Keep that. Right there. Keep that. Keep that. Keep that. Nice and powerful. Really good. Same thing. Good. Right there. Good. Keep it. Right there. Keep that. Right there. Keep that. Right there. That's where I want it. Right there. That's excellent. Now we have a working trot. Right there. Keep that. Keep that. A little more power in it. Keep it. Really good. Keep it. A little more power in it. A little more again. So he starts to come up and fade out of it again. Good. Good. Now walk. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Walk a couple strides. Good. Keep the walk for just a moment. Excellent. Go ahead and halt. And change directions quickly. That was really good. That got to a really good place.
Definitely see when he gets to that spot.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yep. But it's actually good that you're seeing how he's getting wet kind of all over. That tells us the whole horse is kind of working.
Yeah, I think this big change of weather from cold to
Yep.
hot.
Yep.
Cold.
Okay, let's go ahead and back on our lunge line before we lose kind of what we just had.
Yeah, he's like breathing really fast.
It's okay.
Short breaths.
See if he'll walk around you now on the lunge line.
Okay, I'll get him back over in the spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you change directions?
Yes.
Good. Good. Now, once again, don't worry about it being hot, because if I get the next thing, we're probably not going to ride him today. But I want to get this confirmed. So go ahead and put him up into a trot, whether he's hot or not. And stand back and use the end of your lash, run it out so you give yourself plenty of room, so you're not near him. So if he does ever kick out, you're not close to him when he does it. And ask him to yield those hindquarters. Always just same thing. Good. Good. Little taps of your whip. Keep running him out and tapping him on the hindquarters. So he moves the hindquarters. Right now he's going with his shoulders outside. There you go. As soon as he starts to get in the right direction, but as he brings his hindquarters in the right direction, he starts to get round for you. A little more. Tap again. A little stronger. I want a stronger trot. Give me a little tap with it. I know you're worried about it being a little hot now. That's okay. You can get a little hot here today. We're almost done. But we've got to settle this before we do. Good. 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 Getting better now. Keep that. Keep trying to yield the hindquarters a little bit more. There. Stay with it. There. Much better now. Now it's coming around. Keep that. Again, yielding the hindquarters a little more. That's the way. There, good. Now we're getting there. Good. Keep that. Good. Much better. Much better. Right there. Keep that. That's good. Now that's the best connection in both directions. Once he gets there, it's a little bit above it right now, but he's still connected. Even when he's bringing his head up and down, he's not disengaging. That's really good there. Keep that. So that tells me he's ready to come up and stabilize. Really good right there. Keep that. Every time he comes up, just yield those hindquarters a little bit. That's the best trot we've seen on this horse yet, right there. That's really good. Really good. Right there. Keep that going around the circle. Keep it going. Keep it going. Really good. Really good. Just like that. Keep it going. Keep it going. Best trot we've seen yet. Keep it going. Don't let it stop. Keep that power in it. Yield the hindquarters every time. Very nice. Very nice. Keep that. Keep it right there. Good. Excellent. Now, this is the trot we ultimately want when you're up on his back. But if he can barely maintain this without you up there, it's very normal that he can't barely maintain it with you up there. So that's why it's so important that now we get this really established. This is really great. Best working trot we've seen out of him yet. Really nice. Just like this. Keep it going. We're going to go beyond where he wants to stop a little bit here. So we're going to keep it going for a minute. Just like that. That's wonderful. Keep it going. Just like this. Keep that power in it. Don't let it slack off. Exactly the same, every step. Really nice. Just there. Excellent work. A little more power, a little tap, get a little more push off that back end again. Starts to get a little tired, like that. That's really good now. So we've got to push them a little further. When they start getting tired, we know we're going to end pretty soon, but we're going to push them beyond their limit just a little bit. Each day, like this. This is fantastic. Keep it. And the same thing when he lugs down too far low, then you know you have to give him a little tap also. Corrected the same way. Very nice. Like this. Best connection we've seen yet with this horse. Keep it right there. He's actually still lifting. And once again, even though the head comes up and down a little bit, he's not disengaging. Keep that right there. Just a little more power in it, a couple of more steps. Tap one more time. A little more lift out of the back. There, 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 there. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it right there. Keep it. Keep going. Another tap. Keep it. Tap again. There. Beautiful. Now ask him to walk. And beautiful downwards transition. Go ahead and actually, if he wants to stop there, let him. I'm so happy with that. There, really good. That's really good. Really good. And just let him halt wherever he likes there. Well, look how nicely he's softening. Unhook the reins, pat him on the neck. That was a fantastic lesson. That was the first time that we've really seen a full-blown working trot out of this horse. So when you can get that consistently, very quickly every day, he'll be ready to really be ridden, and you'll find a big change in him. That was really great. You could see the difference, right? When he really connected. See how his whole top line today lit up in a way we've never seen it. Even when he would lift his head and neck up and down a little bit, it didn't change how he moved behind. Whereas in days of old, he would always, every time he lifted his head, his back end would fall out behind him.
Yeah. No, he went really nice today. Oh, but
that was fantastic. Any questions about that?
No, I mean, I guess should I start him down low and then bring him up?
Yeah, so just what I did with you, just the way we did it today, we started a little shorter, we went then a little shorter on the side, and then we put him up on top. So just like that, same thing each way. But that was really great. By far the best connection we've gotten on him, and really the first time he's really had a working trot. Very, very nice. And if you can notice as well how much he was lifting himself off the ground. He was really lifting through the withers today. You can see how easily the front legs were moving instead of stabbing and pulling. They were just, that's how they should move. They touch and they go because the back end is just lifting them right out of the way again.
Yeah, you can tell he was definitely like very light in his feet today.
Yeah, really, really nice. All right, any questions about all this today? That'll make sense?
I guess just keep doing what I'm doing and then do the side reins, start low, holes back, and then get those up a little tighter, and then move to the upper position.
Exactly. And we're generally starting shorter than we've done in the past. In the beginning, it was all just really low, letting him find the stretch, but he's got all that figured out now. So we can start a little bit shorter, get him even across his top, and when that looks good, then move him up to the top. Just what we got today was perfect. Okay. Actually, excellent. Great job.
Okay, great.
All right, so we'll see. We'll take a little 5-minute break, and I'll see Calvin here very momentarily. Great job.
Thank you, Will.
You are welcome. Excellent work today. Okay, we're back with Darcy and Calvin. How's it gone with Calvin since I saw you last?
It's been a very good week. He looks a little dirty. Sorry about that, but it is harder to hide on a horse this color. But yeah, it's been pouring nonstop for a few
Yeah.
days. So yeah, it's gone really well actually. Though I had a couple good rides on him. I had one day
Excellent.
where I felt like I was getting enough energy that I was really not like I could really lay off the constant ask, you know.
Nice. Excellent.
But then the next day I got on him and it was falling apart very quickly because he was back to like wanting to stop and stuff. So there was a
Yeah.
lot more asks. So I had to really think about
Yeah.
that timing again. The
Yeah.
other thing I did after our last lesson, we were talking a lot about how I didn't feel he was moving off my left leg specifically.
Mhm.
So I spent more time working hand this week, just really trying to
Good.
get him off that left side. And both
Excellent.
sides I worked on, but I thought, just to reinforce it from the ground a little bit more.
Excellent. It's exactly what that is for, of course, and that's where we teach them to. Okay, excellent. Let's go ahead and start with the lunging though today, since we're ready to move right on to that. I think here.
Okay.
Do you have your side reins already hooked up on top?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do a little bit of stretch with them, and then we'll put them up there. Really got some good trot out of Duke there at the end today. Best working trot yet.
I heard that, and I was really surprised. I was a little late because I was waiting for you guys to get on, and then I was like, "Wait, he's done."
Well, I just had a feeling we were going to be able to put the whole thing together from the ground today, and he did. So I was really happy with where it got to. Quit while you're ahead, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
He's gonna poop, I think.
Yep. Doing his thing. I notice it seems to come faster all the time. You know, a few steps.
That's true.
Getting used to the process.
Okay. Walk on, big boy.
We'll start off in a swinging walking stretch.
You might want to try and pee.
Yeah. Like he might just
okay.
Look at that. Maybe not. There you go. It's getting a good walk now. Keep that going. Very, very nice. It's really nice how he just has almost no underside of his neck anymore, like he had when you started him.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, come on. I think you can keep going. You're just gonna.
Really nice. Excellent. And you can ask him to trot.
Ready? And trot.
Very nice.
And trot. Good boy.
There you go. Like how that belly just came up a little bit right there. Just what little there was came right up.
And trot.
Just like that. Very good. Very nice. Excellent, right there. And go ahead and let him walk.
And walk.
Very nicely done. Now notice even those downward transitions, even without the side reins, he stayed pretty round and just go back to dragging himself with his front legs. You can go ahead and halt and change directions.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I think it's partially, I think it was on me. I wasn't really maintaining contact when I would ask for the transition. And now I notice the more I sort of really focus on that, he seems to really settle into it quite nice.
Excellent. And just even standing there, look how nice his muscling look. There's no tension in that underside of the neck. The top line's really starting to fill out. Very nice. Good there. Very good. And go ahead and ask him to trot.
Trot. And trot. Oh.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Nice. But he gets there very quickly. It's really nice. And just try to get a little more trot out of him. Once you get that nice big stretch, then see if you can maximize it. Just to get a little more roundness out of this hawk movement, a little more push into his back.
And trot.
That canter, even when he's cantering, staying nicely round.
Yeah,
really
that
nice.
canter was nice.
Yeah, really nice. And go ahead and let him walk. And we are ready to put the side reins on. Excellent.
Gloves. It's actually almost warm enough to ride without gloves.
Nice. Well, I'm a big believer in riding with gloves on. Save your hands.
Yeah, I know. And these gloves are actually quite nice. I just got these. Every glove I've ever worn drives me nuts. Like, I don't feel like I can feel.
Oh, really?
It's really weird. I have this aversion to gloves, even in the winter when it's cold out.
I just buy these, they're like 3 pairs for $15 work gloves that fit
nice.
really tight, and they feel really good, and they've got little grippy bits on the fingers and thumbs and stuff.
Come on, walk on. There you go.
Good. Keep that walk on. See if you can get just a little more of that. So you get a little bit rounder, but that's coming really nicely like that. Really nice. Really nice. That is developing beautifully. Keep that going. Keep that working walk. Really nice. Just try to keep that walk going. It's really good. Exactly what we would like it to look like when you're up there. Part. Nice. If you can get just a little more power in it, like that, there, it's getting into a better space there. Really nice. Really good.
Okay.
Excellent. And go ahead and ask him to trot. Wonderful.
And trot. Trot.
Good. There we go. Doesn't take long. Very nice. A little more power.
And trot. Good boy.
Very nice. Right there. Good. I'm trying to get just a little more power in that trot. You yield his hindquarters just a little bit. That's coming really nicely now, though. Really good. Excellent. Let's see if you can get just a little more out of his hindquarters.
There you go.
Good. There we go. I like this. Very nice. Very good. Good, right there. Keep that. Wonderful. Excellent work. Right there. How good that horse looks. Now go ahead and ask him to canter.
Ready? Canter.
Good job. Keep that now. Keep it. Keep the canter going. Good. Really good. Really good. Now back to a trot.
And trot.
Very nice. Now bring him a little closer to you and just yield his hindquarters just a little bit so we get him a little more shoulder for a moment. Like that. Good. Very nice. That gets a little more power in the trot. That. Really nice. Really nice right there. Now again, ask him to canter.
Ready? Canter. Canter. Come on.
Yeah.
Canter.
Keep it going. And now back to a trot.
And trot.
And once again, bring him a little closer to you. Yield his hindquarters a little bit. Get a little more consistent. All right, this. Really good. Wonderful. Excellent working trot. Really nicely done. Keep that. Next time you come around the center line, you can ask him to halt. What a good fellow. And go ahead and change directions. Very, very nicely done. Good. Boy, keep that going. Go ahead and put him in trot. You can go ahead and trot. Sorry, we'll come back to the walk in a minute. He wants to go trot. I try to yield his hindquarters just a little bit, get a little more power. It's not bad. It just could give you a little bit more. It's a little lazy. There you go. Good. Really nice. Right there. Keep that. Right there. Excellent. Bring him a little closer to you. Make your circle just a little bit smaller. Let him canter if he wants to a little bit. Right,
I'm sorry.
No big deal. If he does, it's no big deal. I'm going to have you do it myself in just a moment. And go ahead and ask him to canter.
Canter.
Really nice. Right there. Keep that. Excellent canter now. Keep it.
Canter.
Good. Good. Keep that. Excellent. Keep it.
Canter.
Now trot.
And trot.
That's probably the best canter we've seen on. Really good. Very nice. Now bring them a little closer to you, and just we're going to yield the hindquarters a little bit and get a little more power in the trot. Where's Ross going to get a little more push into his back for the last moment or so? That's really good. Just like that. Exactly how we want it to happen. Now notice, for those of you watching this, there's nothing holding this horse down. When you put the side reins up on top like this, if the horse wants to put its head straight in the air, it can, because it's not being held down. As it does when we put them on the side. If we shorten them too much on the side, it pulls the horse over onto the forehand. Just a little more power in it for another moment. See if you get that a little bit more. That's really good. Best as trot has looked. Really, really nice. So consistent. Right there. Excellent. Keep that. Right there. As you come around the center line, you can ask him to halt. Oh, look at a nice downwards transition. Good boy. Okay, go ahead and let him halt. That was fantastic. I'm ready to put you up. That was great. How quickly he puts all the pieces together now.
Yeah, it took a while, but here we are, right?
Yep.
I don't know, maybe some horses would be faster, but I feel like it took us this long.
Well,
some trials and tribulations, you know?
Exactly. It always takes 2 years, no matter if, with the best people in the world, to know how to do it with young horses, or horses that haven't been trained one way or another. If they've been upside down their whole life, it's going to take 2 years to turn them right side up.
Yeah.
And to the point that we're developing consistent working trot. I mean, some to a greater or lesser degree, but always the type of horse. In fact, that this horse also obviously is a heavier type of horse. He's come a long way.
He really has.
In as fast as it can be done. Once again, if you read any good book on this subject, the Spanish Riding School or Backenhall or Dressage Formula, anybody who's ever really known how to train horses will tell you that it takes 2 years to put the basics on them.
And it's been 3 years for us, but
yeah.
You know, I think part of it is maybe I'm not as, you know,
yeah.
on cue and talented as like some other riders would be. So like if it was Marnie, maybe it would have gone a lot faster, or somebody else, you know what I mean?
Well, maybe a little bit more, but I think you guys have, once again, from where you started with this horse, you know, basically a fat, overweight, you know, plow horse, you know, that didn't want to do the job, you know, so you've come a long way.
Yeah,
and once again,
with him wanting to run me out the door all the time.
Right. All of those things.
I shouldn't say it out loud because he'll try it again today, probably. Very smart guy.
Well, he's been smart enough, but that's the thing about working consistently. If they're smart, they figure out, well, I may as well just give it up now, you know, because they're not going to give up. And if we're not asking them to do anything, that's all that, you know, we're not trying to force them into impossible things.
Yeah.
They start being agreeable. Well, this isn't so bad. It's not a big deal, right? No. But if we try to make them do everything at once, then we either break the mind or break the body, one or the other, or both in many cases. And just also realizing how much it's actually easier to train a young horse that no one's ever been on it than to train one that people have messed with for years. You know, I mean, a young one that no one's touched may be, you know, a little difficult from time to time, but they don't have a lot of preconceived notions or already bad ideas about what they're supposed to be doing, you know, or they haven't learned to resist.
Yeah, and I think,
and hopefully,
you know, Calvin started, but not extensively. Like they didn't do a ton with him either, which I thought was perfect for me because it wasn't like I was getting on a green horse.
Yeah, but you realize now that he was just a green horse. You know? But safe,
Yeah.
which was the point, right? I mean, he wasn't so excitable like that one you had. So something that wasn't going to kill you.
Hey, stand, please. Thank you. Hey.
But the point is what everybody needs to know that unless you have an awful lot of money to spend, you can't find good trained horses. People don't sell good trained horses. The
Yeah.
good trained horses people keep themselves. The trainers aren't making generally well trained horses. They're training horses that people have been patched together and that people can get on and try to show. But that doesn't mean they're well trained. That is that they're safe and in all situations and suitable for somebody who's trying to learn. So you either got to spend a fortune to get one, if you could even find one, or you got to make one yourself, And so, yes, it's a little slower process when you've never made one, but at least it's doable. I mean, just even the way he stands there while you're working around him, and doesn't just stand there with his bottom of his neck sticking out,
Yeah.
hollow. He's actually learned to use his body fairly correctly, and all those things, are what you see. That's what I said. I tell people, all you have to do is look at a horse's muscling to see how it's been trained. I can walk in any barn and tell you exactly what's been going on with the horses that are in there by how they look standing in the stalls. The muscling tells you the whole story.
No, not getting it.
And there's a big difference in horses that have been developed correctly and horses that have been developed. Some horses look fit, but they're fit in the wrong way, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
They can be very fit. The wrong set of muscles can be very fit. So in other words, a horse can be very aerobically fit and not actually be, fit to ride at all, but have just been run until they have a lot of breath and go power. But that doesn't last long, unfortunately. Really nice walk starting off here. And just continue to go large. You can start off in a nice stretch. See if you can just take a little contact and soften and even take them a little bit deeper. The sooner we get that, the better. Really nice. That's it. Really nice. Now keep opening that walk up. That's really good. And just taking up the slack and just softening a little. So it's just the weight of the rein between you and the horse, but there's no big slack in the rein. Really nice walk starting off here today. It's really nice. And go ahead and change on the next diagonal. Just keeping this good walk, stretching out in front of you, keeping it active. Wonderful place to start. You try to lengthen the walk a little bit on your diagonal. Good. Keep that going. Really nice. Keep it going. Very good. Very good this morning. Or afternoon, I should say. Really good. Now I want you to lengthen the stride and the walk down the next long side and show me a real lengthening of stride. I want to see a real difference between how he comes out of the corner and how he ends up at the next corner. That's what we call a transition within the gates. So before we worry about transitions between the gates, we worry about transitions within the gates. Really getting the swing out now down this long side. Really stretching up and your chest up. Really nice. Using your legs alternately, not too intensely. Really good. Really good here. Keep that going. Really nice. Go ahead and change the rein across the next diagonal and keep this stretch. This is the best beginning we've ever had in terms of just coming out. Really good walk right off the bat here. Stretching out in front of you. little bit more active here. All right, keep it going. That's it. Now this time after you change across the diagonal, it's really good. Go ahead and turn by the center line, still staying in the stretch, and do a leg yield to the right. As much as we can stay in that deep stretch, that's fantastic. A little more stepping over, that's really good. Really good. A couple more steps over, keeping that deep stretch. That's excellent. Very nicely done. And change the rein on the next diagonal. Once again, just keeping this big, active, deep stretch. Really good. This is by far the best walk we've had on this horse today. This is really nice. Excellent. And after you change on the diagonal by the center line, we'll turn and leg yield to the left. Same thing, as much as possible. Keep him in that big stretch. But get him to really reach over and step through. Really good. Excellent work. Excellent. Keep that going. Really nice. Wow. A little more active is slowing a little bit. There. Now on your circle again, onto a big circle here in the center, and now you're going to begin to bring him up into a working position. So staying on your circle, try to keep that position of him being a little bit shoulder forward as you begin to bring him up. Keep the energy, the engine running as you begin to shorten your reins and bring his pole up out of the stretch and into a working position. Keep adding little touches of energy as you bring them up with your reins, as you use the reins, but it's never both at the same time. We let the hand relax for a minute, but we do not pull when we push. Really nicely done. Shorten your reins just a little bit more. He can come up just a little bit more. Keeping that working walk. Really nice. And go large in the working walk. Keep this. Add power when you feel like you need it. If he slows for a step or two, keep it going now as you go large. And remember when you're on the long side to straighten him. Straighten in your body. When you get on the long side, you're either going straight or you're bent doing a shoulder in. But if you're going straight, be sure the horse is straight in front of you, like this. Really nice. Shoulder in down the next long side. Keep this working walk. See if you can give him a little tap and get the step a little bit more active. A little snappier would be nice, but it's not bad the way it is right here. Keep this going like this. There you go. Like that. Just soften just a little bit by softening with your fingers there just a tiny bit. I lost you there for a minute. It's catching up. Oh, there you are. There you are. Good. There, really nice. Keep that. Little tap, get a little more power in it. It's really good. Really good working walk. By far the best we've seen. Really nice. Go straight down the center line, change the rein, maintain the working walk. Keep that power coming up through you. Keep yourself stretched up, chest lifted, shoulder blades back, flattened into your back. Hips relax so that they can follow the motion. Toes lifting and keeping your heels back underneath you. By lifting your toe, not by pressing your down your leg out in front of you. Straight ahead and then track to the left. Very nice. And shoulder in down the next long side. Think of getting a little bit power, got a little flat there. So think of getting a little more power in there. You can soften the jaw and pull a little bit. There you go, good. Get that position of the shoulder in. Really good. Just like that. Keep that. Excellent. I love it. A little more power, just a little bump again, a little tap of your whip, maybe to get a little more active step. That's really good. Really good. Now you're going to do a 2-loop serpentine for the size of this arena. So I just want you to do a half 20-meter circle. That'll take you to X, change the bend and turn to the right. So it's just it's a half of a figure 8 is what we're doing here. Keep him up and into your outside rein, losing a little power now, starting to get a little flat. Keep him up in that outside rein, bump of your leg, you tap over your whip if you need to keep the impulsion the same, keep the energy the same. Keep turning, you're in a straight line now. Remember on a half figure 8, there are no straight lines. So it's a half. Okay, so we're making 2 half 20-meter circles. In fact, let's just make it a full figure 8 now from where you are there. So bring him up in more into your outside range. Feel how his shoulder has fallen out to the outside, so you need to get his hindquarters moving underneath you a little more. And think about riding this figure 8, riding this circle. A little more power in it, bring it up a little bit, bring his pole up a little bit, and ask for a little more power in the step. Got a little bit flat. That's getting better. Good, keep that there. Keep working that. There. Now you're making a figure 8 again, right there. Now you're getting a good working walk. Keep it right there. Really nicely connected, just like this. Now you get to the center line. Now we straighten everything. Now we change the position of the aids. That is, one leg has to go forward, one has to go back. Your outside shoulder has to go forward. Your outside leg has to go back. And then you have to add a little power because it got a little flat while you made that change. So once again, perk it up underneath you a little bit. Feel like it bubbles up underneath you. Add a little impulsion. Impulsion is energy that we can use at our disposal to create movement. It's really the raw material of what we work with here. A little more power in it, give him a little tap, stay on your circle now to the left. I want you to get a little more power in the walk. It got a little bit flat. We're going to get ready to go to the trot here for a minute. A little more power in the walk, though. As you prepare to make the transition to trot, remember that we want to have enough power and we have enough impulsion ready at our disposal that when we touch with our legs, it's just going to send the horse right up into a trot. So ask yourself, does it feel like that? Do I have enough energy that a little touch is going to send him right up? If not, it doesn't look like it to me. I think you need to shake up the bottle a little bit, get a little more power, little tap, get it. There you go. Now it's starting to look like something. Now it's starting to look like it's gaining some momentum. Keep the pole up. I don't want it to go faster. I want it to lift and create more energy. Bring him into your outside rein a little more power in it again. Tap, got a little bit flat again. Not bad, but he can give you a little more. He's falling out through the left shoulder again, so try to bring your hands a little to the right and get him to stand up to that outside rein a little bit more again. Of course, we never just grab hold of it and hang on to it. It's always giving and taking. A little more power in it again. A little more, like that. Come on, really stretch up like that. There's where I feel a difference in that. When you start to feel that wave come up underneath you, right there is where you want it. Track to the left again when you get to the center line here. Try not to let it totally flatten as you're changing the bend here. Tap, keep it a little more power in it. Tap, get a little more energy in it. Kind of lost a little bit. Change your whip to the inside hand. Now, once again, more power in it. Give him a couple of taps with your whip. Wake him up a little bit. Get a little more power in the step. That's it. Keep asking. That's it. It's a little more than he wants to give you there. Good. Now, soften him a little bit. There you go, like that. Give the jaw and pole just a little bit more. Stay on your circle. Prepare to trot. And when you feel like you have it ready, ask him to trot. But build the energy before you ask for it. So you didn't have enough. That's why he just kind of came out, just kind of lifted his head and kind of looked pissy at you. So build a little more, a couple of taps. Build it up a little more energy. Don't be afraid to give him a couple of taps. There you go. That's better. At least you got into it. And go ahead and rising trot. Good. Go ahead and let him have the stretch, which he wants to give you just to get it swinging and active before we bring him up, just like we did in the walk. To work him into the stretch. Take him onto a circle. Start going onto a circle. So if you never go a straight line, it's easier for him to evade you. Take him on the circle. Big circle. Get him off of your inside leg again. So once again, if you feel like you're on a tiny little circle, tap him with that whip and get him off of your leg. That's what he's doing. He's falling into your leg when that happens. Now shorten up your range a little bit. Let your hands come more together in front of you there. Now it's more right now a matter of you getting after him a little bit with a little sharper tap of the whip to make him pay a little more attention to your leg. There you go. Now you're getting better. Good, good, good. Keep that. Now go ahead and take the stretch all the way down. Now push it through with a little more power. There, like that. Keep it going. Good. There. There. Tap again, right there. You're starting to fall behind your leg again a little bit there. Tap again. Again, back into the stretch. Keep your shoulders back. Remember, don't let yourself start leaning forward. He's got you when you start leaning forward. Most of the time, you want to be slightly behind the motion at this point in training with the horse. In other words, if they're not consistent in their position, we usually have to be a little bit behind the motion. Good. Now taking him back on your circle, bringing his pole up. Keep shortening your reins a little more. Shorten your reins a bit more. That's better. Keep shortening your reins. There. Now move him off of your inside leg. Look around your circle. And move away. Feel like when you touch with that leg, he moves and bends a little bit. There you go. Like that. Better. Get a little more flexion. You can ask him to soften the jaw and pull, but you got to get a little more energy in it first. Not bad little canter there. Go ahead back to a trot again and back on your circle again. Now, once again, take the slack out of your reins so he's not avoiding your hands. There. Now, move him away from your inside rein and leg. A little bit more. Now, widen your circle. Look how little your circle is. Now, look across the ring. Look where you want to get to, around that circle. Don't let him just keep falling in. If you keep staring at the back of his head, he's just going to go in a little tiny little circle. You've got to get your eyes up and look where you're going, like this. Much better now. Now circle there. Now bring him up on the circle. Shorten your reins. Now think about just trying to make your hands consistent, a consistent length. Shortening them, letting them lower a little bit right there. Take the slack out of them right there. Good. Now stay right there. Don't let your reins lengthen from that. Don't close your thumb on your rein. There. Now a little power. Now a little tap and move him off of that leg again. There you go. Now we're getting it a little more. Good. Better. Keep it. Again, bring him a little more shoulder forward on your circle. Bring both hands to the left a little bit. Both hands come to the left a little bit. Like that. While your inside leg is moving a little to the outside. And again, tapping behind your leg there. Behind your leg. Get a little more movement off of the leg. There. That's better now. Now ask him to soften into the reins. There you go. Like this. Good. Keep that. Keep that. Now go large. A little more power. He's trying to die on you there a little bit. Now go ahead and turn out to the center line. I think maybe he needs to do his thing. Maybe not.
He's extremely sticky today. Like,
yeah, let's see if he wants to stretch out and go to the bathroom. Let him have a walk for a second.
I don't know if that's going to seem to want to poop.
Nice walk. Okay, let's go ahead and change direction since we're here anyway. Go ahead and change your whip. That's about to do. Let him walk for a second. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt for a moment. But not for much longer. All right, go ahead and bring him up in the walk. Let's walk today. And shortening your reins. Once again, as you stretch up, already begin to get moving off of your inside leg. As you stretch up, continue to keep shortening the reins a little bit. Add a little more power in it. Little tap. Get a little more power in it. There, like that. Feel the difference there. Now he's coming around to there. That was really good. You feel that? That's what you needed to do. That was good. Now you have a working walk. Now trot. Now stay on your circle here. Now I just want a working trot. I like this. You can off your inside leg right there. Good. Not bad. Keep it. A little more power in it. Tap. That. There we go. Good job. Now go ahead and stretch him all the way down. But make the trot get bigger as he stretches down. Make it really swing through. There. Good. Good. Even more. A little bit more. Make it a little bit bigger. Make the trot a little bit bigger in the stretch. There. Good. Good. Now, shorten your reins and bring his pole up. Keep the power. Little taps as you bring him up. Keep power in the trot as you bring him up. Always harder as he brings his neck up. There, like that. Good, right there. Good. That's going really nicely. Keep that. Right there. Keep that. Now go large. When you reach the other side, go large. Try to keep him right where you have him right now. It's a good working trot. Keep it there. Active. Remember to touch with your outside leg when you get to the rail, so it's not just the inside leg. Turn by the center line and do a leg yield to the left. Really good now. Good, really good. Right there. I like it. Keep that. Very good. And leg yield to the left. Really nice. And now circle right there and keep that same feeling that you just had in that leg yield of him moving into that outside rein. Really good. Like that. That's what the leg yields are for, so that we can turn like that. Little tap, get a little more power in it. Keep looking around your circle so you know where you're going. Doesn't just fall in. Really good there. Keep that. Excellent. Keep it. Keep it like that. Good. Go large now. Excellent. Keep that trot. Go large. Really nice coming through here. Lengthen a little on this next long side. Add a little bit of power. Push it through a little more actively with your seat as you bump with both legs. Get a little more power in it. Come on, give me a little more. There you go, like that. There, good. Very nice. Shoulder forward down the next long side. Now bring him back up a little bit in the pole. Get it stabilized. Really nice. There you go. Excellent. Excellent work today. Keep that. Wow, it looks great today. Really nice. Really nice. Right there. Right there. Excellent working trot in the shoulder in. Excellent. Right there. Very good. Change the rein on the next diagonal. Keep him up. The shoulders lifted as you make the turn. As you switch to your new inside leg, make sure you stretch up through your chest again. Like that. Really good. Turn out to the center line and do a leg yield to the right. Really good. Lost him off the bit a little bit there, but not too bad. Soften him again as you do that leg yield. We're going to do the same thing at this other end. We're going to do that leg yield again from this end. Really good. Little tap to get a little more power in it now. That's really good right there. Excellent work. Excellent right there. Turn after the center line and leg yield to the right. Shoulder forward down the next long side. Steady in the reins right there. Excellent. Very nice. Keep it up there. Same power coming through the corner. Come through the corner and then position him in the shoulder in. Maybe a little tap of your whip there to get a little more power. It's trying to dial a little bit. There you go. Good. Keep it up. A little more position in the shoulder in. Good. That is a little more to the inside. Good. There, there, there. Keep that tap. Now lengthen down the next long side. Stretch up. Get a little more power in it. Give him a little tap and push your seat through. There, like that. Good job. Good job. And again, shoulder forward down the next long side. Very nice. That was actually a real lengthening that time. Maintain that working position right there. Excellent work. Keep it there. More. That's it. A little more angle in the shoulder in. Just a little right there. Good, 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 good. Good. Now onto a circle here at this end, stretching him all the way down now. You stretch up as he stretches down. Keep the power in the trot as you keep pushing through, and you should feel even a little more push when you come back to the stretch now. Good there. Really good. Really good. Keep that. Open it up now. Now, like you're lengthening around your circle, keeping that stretch. Like that tap. Really good. Really good. Now, bring him up as you go large. Bring him right back up into the working position again. As you go large, bring the pole back up. And again, shoulder forward down the next long side. Very good there. Bring the pole up just a little bit, just a little more power in it, got a little flat. A little more position in the shoulder in that angle. Good, keep it, keep it right there. Really good, like that. Good job. Change the rein on the next diagonal. Good, don't change anything. Good. Look up, look 5 feet before that letter on the other side. Good. Keep him up there on your circle here now in the working trot. This end. Tap, get a little more power in it for a moment. Really good. Now stretch it all the way down this direction. Really good. Now add a little more power to that. So he doesn't just stretch down and fall on his forehand, but he continues to come through and adds a little more push through his back. Like that. Like that. Good. Even tap a little bit more. Excellent. Like this. Excellent. Now bring him up from that. Bring him back into the working position. Go large and shoulder 4 down the next long side. Excellent. Right there. Good working position. Excellent. Right there. Keep that. Right there. Keep that position. Very good. Go large. Lengthen the stride on the next long side. A little tap. Really get a little more to come through. Good. Like that. Good. Now stabilize him. In the middle of the short side, ask him to canter.
Ask him for what?
Canter.
Ready?
Right there.
Canter.
Almost. You let it get a little too flat. Circle again. So think of slowing him down and creating a little more energy. So you don't just let it go and let it just go flat. This is what happened that time. Keep it up. Now, there you go. Just like that. Excellent. Go large. Keep that canter. Really nice. Really nice. Stay with it if you can. Not bad. Put it back together on a circle here in the trot. Good. Get your working position again. Go large back to the other end and then ask the canter again in the same place. Build a little more energy. There. And again, can. There. No, circle again. You let it get too flat. You had it, but then you let it all dissipate. It had to happen in 1 second. So slow down, Lenny. Got too fast. You just started to run. Move the hindquarters away from your inside leg again a little bit, getting that little more power in the trot.
Canter.
Keep it there. Now ask him to canter. Put your whip in your outside hand if you don't have it there. Give him a little tap. Now go ahead around the circle again. Ask it again in the same place. Got a really nice, powerful trot. But slow it down and get more power in the trot. Tap. Little taps. So slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Little tap. Now canter. There. All at once. Got to happen quickly. Try again when you get to the same place. Don't overthink it. Really good trot you're getting there.
Canter. Come on.
No. Don't try so much. You're trying too much with your voice. Concentrate on what your leg is doing. Give him a little tap with your whip now. Stretch up and slow him down and give him a tap with the whip. Cue it with your whip and your leg, not your hand. Not your mouth. You can say that, but right there. Now canter.
I'm squeezing really
Tap
hard.
with your whip.
I'm just
Tap with your whip. Come on, you got to tap with your whip a little harder. So it tells me that you're not tapping enough to get him to respect your leg. Try it again. Come on, bring him up from the floor. Okay, you're not giving him a sharp enough tap with the whip to get the canter. You're in a good position, but slow it down. You're just running faster in the trot. Slow him down. Slow down. Slow down, but build energy. Slow down. Try again. You got to bring your shoulders up and back. So ask for the canter as you sit into the saddle. It's all got to happen in one stride. Tap. Keep going. Now try again.
Giving him 20 million cues all at once.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Let's just forget about it for a minute. Just trot in the stretch for a minute. Just forget about it for a second. Just go large in the stretch and the trot for a minute. All right. Overthink it. It doesn't happen. Go ahead and circle here again. Now bring him up from the stretch into a working trot. You got good power in the trot. Keep shortening your reins. Now, as you bring him up, position him more shoulder forward. Get him off of your inside leg. There, like that. Like that. Good working trot. Keep that. Even a little more. So stretch up and slow it a little bit, but without losing the power. Soften him a little bit with your reins there. Just soften the jaw and pull just a little bit. Don't let it get away a little bit. There you go, just like that. Now you've got it. Good. Tap. Keep that. Right there is a good working trot. Good power in it. Go large again. Keep this. I'm going to tap right now with the whip. Tap. Of course, he doesn't flatten. Keep that. Shoulder in down the next long side. Keep him up. Now shoulder in. Don't lose the frame you have now. It's really good. Don't lose the power right there. Now circle, 20-meter circle right now, starting right there. Look around the circle. Keep him up. Keep him moving off of your inside leg. Little tap now. He's starting to flatten a little bit. Bring the forehand a little bit to the inside with your reins. There, keep that. Keep that. Now, good there. Keep that. Good. Go large. Keep him right there. Keep that working trot. Don't let it change. Right there. Change the rein on the next diagonal. Come up. Really good. And change the rein. Change that whip. Now right away on your circle here to the left. Put him a little bit shoulder forward on your circle. Keep that power in the trot. Get him a little bit more off of your inside leg again on the circle. There. Good. Keep that. Keep that. Like that. Good. Good. Keep that. Keep that. Now stretch him all the way down. Good. Keep that. Now go large and lengthen the stride down the next long side. In the stretch. Give him a little tap so he really comes out. I want him to really stretch and open up the stride now. Tap. Really show me a lengthening. Tap again. A little more. Tap. There. Good. Good. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Like this. Good. Now circle here. And right away bring him right back up into the working position. Good. Think about bringing the shoulders to the inside of the circle. Right away, your inside leg is bringing his hindquarters to the outside. Get contact with your reins and soften him. So it's not just correct contact is the weight of the rein, but with the horse soft and flex at the jaw and pull like this. Not just a loose rein. It's not the same as just riding around on a loose rein. There are people who think that classical riding is riding around with no contact at all. Nothing could be further from the truth. There, that's really good power. Keep that again on your circle. Right there. Keep it like this. Good, good, good. Go large now. Keep that power in it. Tap. Don't let him lose it right there. Tap every time he tries to lose it. Like that. Really good now. Keep that. Right that. Excellent. Keep that trot. Keep that trot. Right there. Shoulder forward down the next long side. Really good working trot. Keep it right there. Don't let it change. A little more angle in the shoulder in. There, keep the power in it. Taps, keep it up underneath your back. There, good. Now circle at this end. Keep him up. Keep him a little bit shoulder forward on your circle. Keep softening him through the jaw and pull. Don't let him start to flatten out. Keep that feeling of him lifting and rising up from the center of his back to lift you up like that. Excellent. A little more flexion. That is soften his jaw and pull just a little. There you go. Right there. Excellent work. Keep that. Keep that. Right there. Excellent. Go large. Tap, tap. Don't let him die in it. Don't let it die. Don't let it die. Don't let it die. Tap. Come on. You're almost there. Keep it going. Very nice. You wanted to stall on it. Really good. Keep that right there now. Excellent work. Now, in the middle of the short side, bring him to a walk. Nice. And right into a working walk. Got a little bit above the bridle there and you made that down position. Now, for the last moment here, I want you to just really keep him up through the back in this walk. A really good working walk. Right here. Keep the power in it. Little taps. Like this. Really good. Little tap again. Keep that walk. Keep the working walk. Right here. Just the way you have it. And on a circle here. And as you come to the center line, you may ask him to halt. Now just stand there for a moment and just soften him with your fingers. Let me see if he'll just soften his jaw and pull without you doing anything other than just standing there for a minute. So just take a little more time. Just close your fingers on the reins there for a second. Just kind of giving and taking on either side, one side at a time. And just see if he'll soften his mouth. Keep doing that a little bit. If he wants to step back, see if he'll step back for you. Lean forward with your upper body. Lean forward with your upper body. Now close your hands and reins and see if he'll step back for you. Let your upper body come a little more forward. In the rein back, your upper body comes forward to open the back door. Now close your reins like you were doing before. Now close your legs a little bit and see if he'll take a step back. Keep your upper body forward. Don't try to pull him back with your shoulders back. There, like that. That's all there is to it. There. Do another step. You almost got it. Try again. Keep your upper body forward so your seat is light. Close your legs. And just feel your rein a little bit. Again, another step or two. There you go, like that. There, perfect, excellent. Pat him on the neck right there. First couple of steps back. You get the idea? So the rein back, when it is correct, comes from your leg, not from pulling the horse back with your hands. And lightening your seat. We bring our upper body forward so that we take our weight off of the seat. The horse can feel that door open up and the energy will flow backwards. Does that make sense? So if we do, most people lean back and start pulling on the reins like this, while they dig their back into the back of the horse. That doesn't do anything but hollow the horse out, you know. But that was really nice. That was by far the best working trot. I mean, forget the canter a little. You just need more practice maintaining the working position, and pretty soon you'll have the canter. But that was by far the best walk work, the best trot work that you've ever done on him. It was really, really
good. It felt really solid, especially after I tried for the canter. That's the funny thing. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the kind of thing is, you know, don't get it. Like that's why if I were worried about it, don't worry about it if I'm not worried about it. It's kind of what I'm saying is in the course of these things, we try things, and sometimes the act of trying something, which is what it was doing for you, was making you work a little harder with your legs and kind of figure things out a little bit, you know, by trying things. And that's all there is to it. As long as we don't make a big mistake, you know, or let him get away with too much. But the biggest problem with your cantering is just learning to prepare him and maintain that working position. So you keep, instead of just letting it go, throwing away the reins and going, canter, canter, well, they just goes hollow on you. Yeah. And nothing happened. So it's all about maintaining that position.
Like I started giving him a million cues all at once. And so
exactly.
In a way, it was getting a little confusing for him and confusing for me. So, yeah.
Exactly. That's why when I do it at this point, I usually just have you come there, try. Like the first time you did it, it was right there because you weren't overthinking it, you know, and he was kind of ready to do it at the same time too. Yeah. But really, really good. I couldn't be happier with how consistent his working trot is now coming. I mean, it was really, really lovely. I mean, you know, never even a thought of going out the door or anything. I mean, it's really just really very rideable now for you. Very, very excellent. Yeah. Couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I am too. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions today, you guys?
I don't think so.
Excellent. It was a great day with both of them. I really loved where Duke got to today. We got the best trot out of him. But really, the first time I've ever seen him really light up and come up into that frame the way I want him to do. Yeah. So that was really, really fantastic. And once again, if they can't do it without you up, that's why I don't worry about this until they can do it without you. Now, when they can really do a great working trot, if they still can't do it with you up there, then you start to get concerned about it. But once again, if they can't do it without you even up there, there's no point in worrying about it what they do when you're up there. Does that make sense? Because they're not strong enough to do it yet, you know. And yeah, you could beat the horse up trying to make him do it, as you saw those people trying to do, but that doesn't work that way. Once a horse gets over that mentality like this one, where he just, I don't care, you can't make me do anything, I'll just tune out, you know, you just got to take a different approach to it. So great work today, you guys. Any further questions?
No, I think it's been great. Thank you.
Really great. Next Thursday or Wednesday, what are we thinking for next week?
Thursday sounds good. Wednesday, depending on the weather, but you know, if it looks like it's going to be decent and not you know, too crazy, we'll do Thursday.
Yeah, let's do Thursday, and then I'll look at the weather forecast.
If it needs to change, we do so. All right. Well, great work, you guys, today. Super, super with both of them. Couldn't be happier.
Thank you.
I'll see you next week. Have a great week.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
See you soon. Bye-bye.